YouTube. Good morning, YouTube. Then one day, the rain and the stars and the skies were blue. And oh, what a revelation to see. Someone was saying, I love you to me. You're one in a million. Chance of a lifetime. And God have shown compassion and sent to me a stroke of love called you. One in a million, you. One in a million, baby. How y'all doing today? Tanya B. Hi, Tanya B. Erica J. I am Miss Ricks. Excuse me. I am Mrs. Ricks. Thank you. Rochelle. How you doing? Hi, Nikki with the eye patch blue. How y'all doing this morning, Miss Piggy? Hi, Connie. Happy Saturday. Right. I see Miss Tasha K's name is all over the place, girl. First, okay. First, we want to celebrate Miss Tasha K. She has now crossed. She's been hovering somewhere around 1 million for the last few months, right? And now she has made that number. She has reached 1 million subscribers. YouTube has sent her brand new shiny gold plaque, right? So she came on there and she did her little skit. She came on with her jailhouse outfit. Laugh now, honey. He who laughs first. Wait a minute. He who laughs last laughs the loudest, honey. And I think Miss Cardi B is going to be the one breaking out in gut-wrenching laughter, girl. Anyway, so she's happy. She has made her 1 million. Well, we knew that was going to happen. She's been hovering around it for quite some time, right? And so she was on here doing her little thing. Yesterday she came up with this. She put on this jailhouse outfit, right? She had tried to spread this rumor that she was in jail or whatever. Anything for some buzz, anything for some clicks and views, right? So she's still fighting. She's still fighting for those clicks and views. She was so proud of that damn plaque, she could have pissed on herself, right? So Miss Tasha K is still in the game. She ain't throwing her hands up. A lot of people, when they heard that $4 million payout, girl, they would have just said, well, fuck it. I'm not going to work the next 10 years to pay some damn woman I don't like, you know. But no, Miss Tasha K is still in there. So even though it sounds like I'm just being facetious, but if she's got 1 million subscribers, all it would take that in addition to what they already donate and however else they support her and however AdSense supports her, if they would all just give $4, she could pay off a $4 million lawsuit, right? She says she's still in an appeal. My opinion, as I've expressed before, is that Tasha K is going to appeal to have that number reduced. I think that's all she could hope to gain from it. Why bother? Girl, the case is ironclad. There's nothing to be gained. Tasha K, on their next court date, is going to go in there pleading that she does not have $4 million. She does not have the ability to pay $4 million. The reality is, even if the people, her subscribers, want to give her $4, it wouldn't be nearly enough, girl, because there are not 4 million people actually watching. I mean, there are not 1 million people actually watching all the time. Some people have just signed on and they signed off. They've went on to other things, whatever. But that number never changes, right? So from the very beginning, when she first started her channel, those first 5 people who subscribed to her channel, unless they unsubscribe, they're still there, girl. And so it's an accumulation, right? Right. So we're not knocking the fact that she's reached 1 million subscribers, but I don't believe there's no way she actually has 1 million people looking at her. You want to know how many people are watching Tasha K? You look at her current videos. Go back 3 videos and average that number out, right? So if she's getting 100,000 people, she's still doing pretty good. Correct. Now, numbers have changed so much. For me, a millionaire, honey, it was something to be some huge thing. If you were a millionaire, that was. But now you got to say a billionaire. You got to be a billionaire to be somebody important. Because anybody who owns a house in California is a millionaire. If they're factoring in their property, it ain't that big a deal to be a millionaire, right? So $4 million is not what it used to be. But my guess is she's going to try to get that number reduced. So even if she gets it reduced by half, $2 million, $2 million is still $2 million. So whatever she has cash on hand would definitely be sucked up, and then they'll start chipping away pieces. Like, can I sell the studio, or do I own an apartment building? Do I own various things, right? So the other way that Tasha K is in the news today is that apparently she's had another run-in with her ex-mentee, Storm Monroe. Now he has come on, and I guess she made her insults or her comments about him on her website. People got to understand how this shit works, right? Because I don't know about no website. So now that means we're supposed to go over there to the website to see what she said and click on the subscriber so we can see what this argument is. That's kind of how this shit works, right? She got several sites. They send you over here. They send you over there. You want to hear these 2 or 3 words. You got to go over there and you sign up for that. And that may be how she's been able to accumulate 1 million clicks and views, honey, to subscribe. I'm not going to click shit to hear no one pitiful ass story about an old ass story. So Storm Monroe, he went on there on his channel and he did 45 minutes or so explaining his relationship with her from the very beginning, how he actually paid for her. We can't say friendship. We have to say he paid for her sponsorship, or her to be his mentor, or mentorship, or whatever she called it. She's actually charging people for them to learn how to make a background. In other words, they put up a green screen in, then that they get she gets credit for that, I guess. I don't remember how much she charged them, but he signed up for it. I guess she took a liking to him. They tried for a while to have him as a co-person, co-anchor, whatever. It didn't work out. People didn't like him like that. He goes through the whole thing, right? Even up to the point where Tasha K is now bragging about she bought them beds. Him and his mother. His mother has a bad back. They were moving together from Los Angeles to Atlanta, where she is, so she could mentor him. He could appear on her show and help her with her show. Apparently, she has employees. Not that big a deal, right? But now she's throwing back up in his face that she purchased beds for him and his mother. Tasha K, I don't know, really. I don't know if you get bragging rights for that, girl. When a company asks someone to move to a town, big companies will buy your house. They will certainly rent you a place to live. If they're asking you to move to that town, girl, they oftentimes will pay for the expense of moving all your furniture, including your beds, to that place, right? So your bargain basement, if all you're buying is a couple of beds off of a website called the Marketplace on Facebook. I mean, you didn't even go out to the store and buy them new beds. Generally, when you give somebody a gift, you don't want to give them a used gift. You want to buy them a new gift, particularly if you're rolling in the millions, correct? So I don't know that I would be bragging about that, Miss Tasha K, that you bought this boy and his mama. She said full-size beds. No bragging rights, girl. Companies, you asked this child to give up his life in Los Angeles and to move with down there to Atlanta. You said you saved him. He says that he left his job as the post office in whatever Midwestern city he lived in to pursue his dream of being a rapper and also a YouTube commentator. His channel was barely off. I don't know why he made that decision, because apparently he only had like 400 subscribers at that time. Anyway, he moved to Los Angeles. He thought he was going to get a big job in Los Angeles. He made it through the interview process, and at the last, when he made it to the last interview, I'm assuming they're interviewing other people as well. he did not get the job for, I believe the company was, what was it? I don't know, some big company. He didn't get it right. And so the next day, after he found out he didn't get that job, that was $80,000 a year, which is some money in most places. Not a whole lot of money in Los Angeles or in California in general. It's kind of like pretty standard. It's a regular baseline kind of job. But considering where he came from, he considered it to be a very big job. And he was a very young person. He's only in his mid-20s or something like that. Anyway, so he found out he didn't get the job. She called him the very next day, and said, listen, you falling on hard how in the fuck you fall on hard times in one day, girl? He was having a hard time. He ain't having a hard time. One day. We're talking about one day. So she's coming off like she saved him now by offering him to come to Atlanta, Georgia, to work with her and be her mentee. Didn't he already pay you for the job? Then she also bragged about, or showed receipts for. She bragged about it. He showed receipts for this $500 and something dollars, $560. Apparently, his rent in Atlanta was $1,100 to this new apartment where he had to move to Atlanta with his mother. The rent was, but apparently he had some money, but it was spread out over several accounts, and they wouldn't allow him to take piecemeal out of this. Oh, take this much off of this account, this much off of that. She said, no, I need a loan, just so I have some money in this account so I can get this apartment, right? So she's bragging about that like if this was another gift of hers. Well, if you invited him to come to Atlanta for a job, girl, you should have picked up that expense anyway, Tasha K. As a matter of fact, I believe that if he had furniture in Los Angeles and he was coming here to an empty apartment, you should have paid Beacons or certainly a U-Haul because he drove here. You didn't even fly him down, girl. Certainly a U-Haul to bring his real furniture from Los Angeles to Atlanta. You could have picked up those expenses, girl, right? And it still wouldn't have been no great big deal because he's going to be working for you. Anyway, so this is how they're in the news on this morning. Now, Tasha K has already told you, honey, she'll do anything for a click and a view. Yesterday, she faked her own imprisonment, girl. And today she comes on in an orange jumpsuit making a joke out of this arrest. She put it out there. She tried to get some buzz going that she had been arrested. You think it's funny now, girl? If you think it's funny now, wait until you don't pay, girl. You'll be laughing and they'll be moving you out. Wait until tonight, girl. Tasha K, no matter how you try to dress this thing up, girl, I don't give a damn who you are, girl. If you Paris Hilton, honey, somebody tell you got to hand over $4 million to what you have made your arch nemesis, girl. It ain't going to feel good down in your spirit. And you're going to be putting in some time, girl. And a lot of them assets checks and so forth are going to be claimed because there's no way I'm going to know that you owe me $4 million, girl, and you over here getting assets checks for a couple $100,000 a month. It ain't going to happen. That's going to be the first thing they come after, girl. Income that they know they can turn on their computer every morning and see, oh no, she's working. I can look up what she's getting from AdSense and I want it. Now you can give it up nicely. You can do it the easy way or the hard way, girl, right? Because the hard way is me telling them police to go down there, girl, and take everything you got since you want to play games. So I guess a lot of these people, she admitted on, what show was she on? Was it last week? I forget who she interviewed. Oh, yeah, T.S. Madison. She admitted in that interview that please forgive me for repeating. I don't want to become a Jay Wilson. She repeated in that interview that she did not have liability insurance for lawsuit. In her mind, there's only been 4 lawsuits for defamation of character in the history of the United States. Now, we all know that's bullshit, because if there only been 4 of them, we would certainly not know what the hell it was, girl. People are sued all the time. The courts are tied up. That's why they got to wait months and months and months for a court date, because there's so many people lined up to sue each other, right? So I don't know where she got that number from. Maybe she's saying that, well, the first time that a YouTuber got sued for defamation from a celebrity, right? But we know you were cruel and heartless to that woman, Tasha K. So no matter how you try to slice it and spin it and make a joke out of it, girl, you're in a lot of pain right now, Miss Tasha K. And the bottles you were opening today when you were celebrating, that was not wine. You were not unwinding, girl, right? My guess is there's trouble at home, because when she came on T.S. Madison show this week, she was trying to blame the situation with the videos that are still up. I guess maybe they're down now, but she was trying to blame all that on her husband. When he took the stand in open court, he blamed it all on her. So he's blaming her, she's blaming him. Lawsuits make strange bedfellows. We don't know what the hell's going on in that house, girl, but you need to get together. But we're glad you have 1 million subscribers, though. Well, that does say something now. I still think the $4 million is a lot of money, but when you think, so how much money does PewDiePie make then? Because he's got like 160 million people. She got 1 million. He got 160 million subscribers. Right? So what is he, a billionaire then? I don't understand. How y'all doing today? Were y'all over there watching the Jay Wilson show last night, girl? Sir Idiot was over here telling me, she didn't want to mention my name because she didn't want me to rip her head off again, that I had a problem because he would have ZX on his show, right? So I can have anybody I want on my show. I didn't hear him say nothing. He didn't say nothing disparaging on the show. He didn't say nothing homophobic on the girl. I just sat there and watched him call you pervert several times, girl. And what the Bible say, he put that right in your face. But you wouldn't let him talk. You're both over talking each other because you're both, ridiculous people. But he was doing it right there in your face, girl. But you're so desperate and so hungry for any crumb you can pull off of YouTube, girl, that you chose to not hear that. And then what happened? They started going at it again, right? The whole issue was, I said, why is that boy over there doing all this homophobic ranting, and the next day appearing on your page like ain't nothing happening, right? And why do you allow that? So the next day, then he thinks he's still building control. He clicks on the link, and Jay Wilson accepts him on the link, and he comes back on the page again, and it's peaceful selling for about 7-8 minutes. And then what happens? He's right back to calling you a pervert. He's right. You're right back to over talking him, and you're screaming and you're yelling and hollering at each other, and there's no respect. But guess what? If he clicks the link tomorrow or later on today, Jay Wilson will click him back on. Why? Oh, this is entertainment. Oh, this is the Jay Wilson, just change the name of your program to Shit Show. Welcome to Shit Show. This is the shit show, right? Anything is liable to happen, right? If you were in studio, girl, they'd be throwing chairs and shit and just smack you in the head. Don't pay no attention to it. I'm gonna coin from it. Hi, y'all, on this Saturday morning, child. I decided to use this computer since I'm having so much problem over there. But it could be the weather here too, because Apple runs on Wi-Fi. Does Apple run on Wi-Fi only, people? Y'all know? It's only through Wi-Fi, right? Yeah, some of y'all know. Let me go. I'm going to go all the way down now. I know I'm always behind. Okay, I'm asking a question. I want some of you Apple computer users, because I didn't see a thing where you screwed the damn, when you screw the cable into your computer. It's all in one piece, right? I'm asking this question. Does an Apple Mac, can that run directly hardwired? Does it have to be only Wi-Fi. Y'all know? I know some of y'all do with all them fancy computers and things y'all got. For right now, I'm dependent totally on Wi-Fi. And I'm trying to figure out, well, damn, can I just have hardwired in there and let this thing run on Wi-Fi? Or how does it work exactly? I'm real dense when it comes to that kind of stuff. Y'all don't know. Y'all ain't answering. Okay. Tasha K think everything a joke. She gonna think it's a joke right now, baby. Wait until tonight, girl. You'll be laughing and they'll be locking you up. Yeah. Because I believe there's gonna be some triggeration when you actually have to kick that money out your ass, Tasha K. You ain't gonna want to do it, girl. And the courts are gonna be telling you, do it, do it, do it, do it, yeah. Do it, baby. Do it, yeah. Nice and easy. Come on and give me. You know you lost the lawsuit. Kick it out your ass. Oh, I know it hurt you, baby. You kept coming back for more. Can't nobody sue me. Can't nobody groom me like she did. Girl, she did. Tasha K, you making history, girl. Since ain't nobody been sued for defamation, so you say. There should be a phone cord connected for Ethernet. Okay, so the Ethernet cord is connected in here, right? I do have an Ethernet. I got the new box, the Ethernet cord, but I can't connect the Ethernet cord in there. What would I connect it to? Han of the Princess. There should be an Ethernet cord connected. Yes, there's an Ethernet connection behind the computer. But the question is, what would I connect it to, the Ethernet to? Ethernet port on your cable box. And my cable box is connected to this computer in here, right? So if I took the cable box in there and connected it by Ethernet, right? That would mean this computer would not work, right? This is a PC. So would this even work by, I don't use this that much really. Okay, I took this box in there. Oh, but in the back of this new, I got this cube from let's not turn this into technical shit, but I got this cube thing from Comcast. If I disconnected it in here, that would mean that I would have, there's got to be another connection in there, even though I've never used it. And connect it to the cable, connect the Ethernet box to the cable in there, and connect it by Ethernet cord to the computer. That might fix that computer. But in here, I still have a television that I have to watch, and it has to be connected also through Ethernet, right? Damn it. Oh, there's two cable. Maybe both. I just make sure that both of them are turned on. Both cable boxes. I'm gonna figure it out. Fuck it. I'm not gonna. Every time I start messing with this electronic shit, it ends up worse than it was. And there, when the picture got a little blurry, I should have just said, well, it's raining outside and left it alone, right? Oh, no, not Timothy Blaine. I started fucking with it. And now I can't even hardly see a picture on there. So we're going to leave that alone, and we're going to call Comcast, since they're ripping us off for $200 a month and ain't doing nothing. But I will take that into consideration, Rico's cat. Yep. Or get a usually Comcast modem has 4 Ethernet ports, then just get another larger Ethernet cord. Yeah, but it has to go all the way through my apartment. I don't know if I can do that. The Ethernet cord. We'll figure it out. I'm going to call them and get one of their texts come out here. It's going to happen. I say, could you make this work, please? These young people, they just zip through that shit. They be done in 10 minutes. I feel so stupid, always sitting by the side. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Are we allowed to tip? Like some old motherfucking 80-year-old man, girl. And my old friends tell me it's going to get worse, baby. Buckle up. So what else going on, child? So, okay. So Tasha K, she got her $1 million thing. I'm glad you have that to make you happy, Tasha K. Some people are going to resent you putting on that jailhouse outfit and leaking that you were in jail and just for clicks and views yesterday, girl. Some people get an attitude about that kind of stuff. They say she lied about that. She lying about everything, girl. Some people didn't even get all your arrogance on the stand in Atlanta, girl. They said, what's she arrogant about, girl? She's the one pursuing this woman. That woman they did into her. How does she justify? Mm-hmm. Okay, text will drill a hole for the court. Okay, so y'all talking now. Y'all been through this stuff. Now that makes the most sense because Hans of the Princess, if the tech would do that, well, damn, I got drills really here. But if they would drill a hole from the Ethernet, that would just be going from just a few feet from this room straight through to that room. I just don't want to be going all the way around, all the way under the floorboards, around under the, that cord would have to be, 1,000 feet wide. But if they could drill a hole straight through, okay, y'all can expect better coverage very soon. Mm-hmm. Ain't it's funny about jail? Oh, honey, you might think it's funny now, but when they put your ass in that cubicle, girl, with the toilet sitting right there, another woman in the cell with you, when she sits down to defecate, you got to sit there and smell her shit because you ain't even got that much privacy. You're trying to eat and she got to go to the bathroom. And them hard ass bunks and them little mattresses, they're not mattresses, they're called mats they put in there, girl. And that's why these motherfuckers be breaking after just a few. You see how Jesse Smollett lost his mind for doing 6 days. If you're not accustomed to going to jail, girl, it is a hard pill to swallow, shall we say. But you try not to pay that woman. They ain't gonna put, if she don't pay that woman, see, if she don't pay Cardi B, it's still gonna be a fight because it's a civil case. So they ain't gonna try to punish you by sending you to jail, girl. I don't know what your chances are by violating all of these court orders and so forth, because you did violate just a couple of weeks ago by not taking those videos down when they told you to. You're trying to squeeze another couple of dollars out of it. But there you go, lost your chain of thought. They're going to come for your money. They're going to guarantee your money. You're a public person, and your finances are basically public because it's a couple of clicks on here tells you what people make every month. You can even go to this damn thing. What's the one? I'm having a hard time this morning. Whatever. Y'all know that thing where you go and it tells you how much each YouTuber makes per month or whatever. That's the one we have access to, but there are many websites like that and ones where they can easily get in there and see how much she makes, how much her check is every month. So you're not going to sit up here and collect no check for $200,000 when you owe me $4 million, right? Until I get my $4 million, I own your ass. That's the thing about lawsuits. A lot of time people tell you, oh, he ain't got no money. How you gonna sue him? That's a waste of time. That's a waste. But if he ever makes any money, every time he makes some money, you can go and snatch it, right? You go to a bank and you find out, oh no, honey, they came and got that this morning, right? Until they're paid off. So what she gonna try to do is get this damn amount reduced. So when Cardi B comes, she be coming around the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming around the mountain. She'll be coming around the mountain. Coming around the mountain when she comes. She probably don't put that. She don't put that in one of her raps, girl. She be collecting $4 million when she come. She be wanting her $4 million when she come. She don't want no partial payments. How y'all doing? How y'all? Let me hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Let's see what's going on today. I just hop out the joint and got on here. What is E.K. Johnson up to? So Magic Son, he's all but a whatever. Let me see. Go to subscriptions. I'll make sure. Okay. So Duchess Kelly Love, he is so interested. He's so interested in this damn saga between Wilson and that crazy boy GX, right? So that's what he's talking about. I shouldn't be giving y'all information. Y'all can go over there. But see, I don't care about that kind of stuff. I ain't trying to squeeze every nickel. Okay. And then talk with Brian. He was up last night and they took his page down. He was talking about Kwani, let Kwani live. And I think he was making commentary on my assault on Miss Kwani on yesterday. And they took it down midstream. So he's back up. Okay. Jaded Nerd wants to talk about Tasha K and the Big Red. Okay. She's talking about the thing with Storm Monroe and him and Tasha K. Okay. I don't see nothing all that interesting yet today. We'll see. Was it a murderous Friday? You can get okay. Wi-Fi. It's been fine. Rico's cat. It's been working in there fine. The damn computer is only 1 year old. And then it just started messing up. But now we have to also understand that it's been raining here for a week in San Francisco. So does that affect your Wi-Fi? I don't know. It seems to be working fine in here. I don't do it in here so much because I don't have any lighting in here. I'm just in the window. Okay, I'm behind again. I'm behind again, baby. What is this nature boy stuff? Does he do music or something? What exactly is his claim to fame? The nature boy. I see he always on here talking about he is a cult. I'm saying, look at this ignorant ass. I don't want to say the N-word. Well, I try to break myself saying it so much. But who is this ignorant motherfucker telling somebody what to do, girl? So this, I get, now I have to tell you, I have not followed that at all. I guess this dude is supposed to be a cult leader. But even, back on the country roads, they got these old country pimps too, and they convince people to follow them. So I don't know if it's that much different. He has men doing things, making them do things and stand in the corner like children and all this shit. Then he wants them to be celibate, the men be celibate, don't fuck them, but he gets to fuck anybody he wants to fuck. And then they just make that into a religion kind of thing. And I saw them over there and they were doing like this, girl. They all had their eye, all the women standing laying up there with the same dress on, and they doing like this, the eye. I said, well, God damn. If you can be influenced by a nature boy, girl, you need somebody to protect you from the pimps of this nation. Because some of the people were very young people. He gonna have girls and boys out there selling booty. If he got that kind of power, I don't know what he does. Honey. I assumed that it was some kind of rapper that I wasn't aware of. But I guess he just tells them what to do. He called nature. So what he lays out in nature, they put on little African outfits. Whatever. Y'all have to research that one yourself, honey. I don't know, have no idea. But they done got him for rape. Your cult leader is in there for rape. I thought he was so religious. I thought is he one of the ones that were preaching about the Bible, what the word says? You are distributing internet porn, girl. He got charges for internet porn. Or he got is he got contributing to the delinquency of minors as well? I don't know. The people look very young. So I guess his primary thing is there now is he's accused of rape. And they won't even give him a bond. So they must have some pretty significant evidence, right? Where they believe this woman is telling the truth. I don't know. I don't follow everything. I can't find, and if you talking about a cult, honey, I expect some to come out charismatic. I would say that's charismatic. This motherfucker barely speaks English. Whatever. Yeah, this internet makes everything accessible, right? So we're hearing about people that we would never have heard about any other circumstance, right? But I'm not gonna be jumping on every one of these freaks. He going here. I guess he done swindled these people out of buying him a house. They say, oh, they give all their money. They give all their girl. These 20, 22, 23-year-old black people ain't got no mass fortunes to be giving him, child. They're in a track house, girl. They just pay the rent. Whatever. Then the other stories about this dude, Darius. Darius Cook. That his name. He's making doxing famous. Hello, Mr. Darius. Well, I just want to say, I didn't get my package, and I've been waiting for 3 months. And then, oh, what? Oh, Sally Jordan. Okay, you live at 1645. You know, I have your address. Mm-hmm. When you put that, when you bought that thing, you put your real address on there, right? Okay, it'll be posted on Facebook tonight. Click. He's doxing his customers, dissatisfied customers. You got the hounds of hell following you around, child, and you have the nerve to be out here doxing people. Why couldn't you just enjoy the spoils of having a successful television show? I mean, YouTube channel. He said he had restaurants, he had to close the restaurants down. Every damn employee is complaining about how he treated them. Some people just ain't, they're not used to nothing, right? Why could you just fulfill your obligations? If somebody complains about something, girl, you don't have to make money on every single sale. Maybe it costs you a couple of dollars to send her back her money or whatever, or to rush her package, whatever it costs. That's just the cost of doing business. You know, some are making all these enemies, and now your black ass is all over the news, all over the country for your shiesty ways. And you believe you're going to actually be able to run a successful business by having this, your reputation precedes you. Then next you're going to have the Fed looking for you and the tax people. You bringing it all onto yourself because somebody had the nerve to ask for their money back. Lord have mercy. Health department came after me. Everybody closed the restaurant. Oh, I don't want to run no restaurants no more. So you closed up your successful restaurants. Huh? Mm-hmm. So it was the health department. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Oh, okay. Y'all on two different people. One's on Darius. That's Blue Skies. The other one's on Rico's cat. That's on that boy who said he a god. A god. Okay. All right. This explains why some of these young girls get hooked up with these maniacs, these pimps, girl. I'm telling you. If you'll follow somebody like that, just a street urchin, you'll follow him. He make up some little silly ass shit. You follow him. Oh, he's a god. He's a god. I own you. I own you. Does that mean he's watching you, bitch? Oh. Something happened with Dovey. Happy Easter, yeah, everybody. I was born on Easter Sunday. I was born by the river in a little tent, Lord. Just like the river I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I knew change gonna come. Oh, hallelujah. We get to go to church tomorrow. We ain't been but once a month. We ain't even been that much, really. They just started doing once a month a couple of months ago, and now they canceled it this month because they have Easter service coming on. So we'll go out and see the saints. We ain't seen them basically in 2 years. I think we've had church 3 times in the last 2 years, but we're going to have it for Easter Sunday. They limit the people that can come in there. So I think it's 100 or 150 people that they're allowed to be in the building, or our pastor or our bishop is allowing to be in the building. So you got to sign up to go to church and all this kind of stuff. But I mean, Easter Sunday, it's kind of the same sermon. He got up. Mm-hmm. They're not doing it. I don't think they're doing a children's play, but it's mostly for the kids. You know, they get to wear their Easter outfits. I used to love my little Easter outfits, my little purple suits and things. So yeah, I think of Easter service as being more of a kid service, right? You go there and get the basics of the of the gospel. Hmm. Kids get to dress. Well, not only the kids, but you remember the Easter bonnets? The ladies get all dressed up and they put their big old hats on so I can't see the stage. No offense, ladies, them hats do be kind of big though. Oh, you got Easter baskets, right? And Easter egg hunts. Well, y'all can still do that kind of stuff with your cheering. Hiding the eggs all over the yard and things. The God you serve never needed bail money. Lord have mercy. Why didn't he just vaporize, girl, and come out? Eggs outstretched, girl. Rise, my children, rise. That's him. That's him. He got an eye on you. It seems like to me that's a way to get all the sex you want, honey, is be a cult leader. So y'all saying this boy, he's not in show business or nothing. He ain't got no talent or nothing, right? Because it sounds like a rapper's name, Nature Boy. That's what I assume. They got every kind of boy there is in creation, you know. It's Easter too. Okay. Oh yes, Nature Boy. It's Easter Sunday. You're supposed to walk out of that tomb, honey. There he is. There he is. Arms. Arms. So Nature Boy, the pimp game wasn't paying off like it used to, right? So you decided to get you a cult. It's probably just a bunch of wandering kids. They're homeless. They ain't got nowhere to go. He offers them a home, right? They sign up, and now they belong to something. People who don't have no parents, people who are floating, who are lost. They come in, they take advantage. But he's very aggressive. From what I saw, I only saw a couple of clips from this shit. He's very aggressive and mean to people and so forth. Like he's really something. You ain't shit. Girl, God molded us from dirt. You ashes to ashes, dust to dust, nigga. It's very offensive to me. Putting yourself on a plane with God. Did I tell you about having no graven images and about having no gods before me? Didn't he tell you that? And even in the Ten Commandments, girl. They pick out the part that they like. Maybe a ZX or get him a cult. He can have him and his 6 people, girl. Him and his 6 people, child, they have a cult, right? So when you go on his page, all he got is like 6 people, and every one of them is a moderator. So he just talks to his moderators. That's their show. Child, they were so cruel to that thing on yesterday. Well, he's a piece of shit anyway. So, and then Wilson, he always got so much spin after every goddamn thing, girl. This motherfucker just said you were a pervert, girl. Do you accept that or do you reject it? Will you renounce Satan? Oh no! Oh well, I don't like everything that Satan do. As long as he come over here and he's respectful, bring me a coin. Ridiculous. They both ridiculous. They deserve each other. They deserve each other, baby. That was quite amusing to see these fools yelling. That so he screams like that with everybody. A tisket is castic. I need an Easter basket. You got to be careful when you talk about baskets around here, Rose. Some of these ones they call them pervert like baskets, girl. It ain't got to be Easter. What was his basket like? I want to see his basket. Disrespectful assholes. Now, okay, now he thinks he is a cult. Okay, so ZX is a cult. What kind of followers would ZX have, honey? I mean, he would have to go down to maybe the detox center or something. uh-uh. He had all the races. I mean, all the homophobes over there. Some woman talking about, I was born a woman. I was, girl, what? So what? You want a cookie or a cracker? What exactly is it that you want, honey? Yes, everybody knows you're a woman, right? Everybody know a trans person is a trans person. What, do they validate their life because they're trans, because they're different than you? Nigga, just accept there are trans people in the world. There aren't that many. Y'all putting way too much on it, honey. Y'all putting 100 on 10. Mm-hmm. She got some woman over there. It was pitiful. And for me, if he was born a man, he always a man. What school of psychology did you graduate from, woman? Because you seem to know all the answers, girl. You just like ZX. Y'all know all the goddamn answers, girl. You know all the answers. You ought to be able to keep your goddamn water on. Whether it's off for a short time or a long time, as a grown man, you ought to be able to pay your goddamn bills and stop worried about where somebody else is putting their dick at, nigga. What is your obsession? Yeah, I peaked over it. I can't deal with much of that. I just have a low tolerance for bullshit and stupid people, slow people. That's what bothers me so much about Jay Wilson. I know he's stupid, girl. If a person is intelligent, I can listen to them. But when they're stupid, I can just, why am I listening to this? What am I going to get out of this? If there's no story in it, why am I even fucking with it? Period. Mm-hmm. That's what he gives. Social Blade. That's way back there, Connie. How you doing, Miss Connie Bernard? Why they keep taking out your messages, girl? What are you doing to these peoples? You're one of the favorites, darling. Hi, Dovey. If you have an issue or something, Dovey, something going on with you? Somebody said, I'm praying for you, Dovey. He started out by picking up women who were on drugs and nowhere else to go. That's it. That's what these people do. They pick up runaways. Some history I've learned about San Francisco from the 60s, just from information I've been able to look up online or on here. And people talk about the hippies in San Francisco in 1967 to 68, Summer of Love and all that kind of stuff. And apparently things got so far out of hand with homeless kids running away to be in San Francisco. If you're going to San Francisco, make sure you wear a flower in your hair. Well, a lot of these teenagers were running to San Francisco to be hippies, right? And they were finding that they had nowhere to live. They had no food. They were packed into the Haight-Ashbury, which only sits about 2 blocks up from here. They were packed in there so tight. Everybody, all these kids, and then the predators came in and turned a lot of them, the wandering little young girls, they turned them into prostitutes. They had a big problem with pimps coming to San Francisco to procure all of these homeless teenagers, these homeless kids. And a lot of them ended up in prostitution in just that way. I'm sorry, but that's the way it happened from what I understand, honey. I didn't know about that part of history because they ain't going to be broadcasting that part of it. But it makes sense. When you got nowhere else to go, honey, your feet hurt, you white around the mouth, you got nowhere to lay down. I see it constantly in San Francisco. And somebody comes along, they can offer you shelter. Same thing what pimps do. Offer you shelter and a good hot meal and a TV to watch. All you got to do is do this. Then it turns into, you better do this, bitch. All that old shit. Now you're a gorilla pimp. You're just making people do shit. Said he's supposed to be just to let something like that stupid as that coming out of your mouth, child. What are they, all on heroin or something? I mean, why would you let something like that come out your mouth? You're not even a decent human being. How the fuck are you a god? Girl. You're not even an apostle. Street urchin. Yes. A street urchin, girl. W, please rewrite your post again. What happened? What's going on with her? They took out your message, so I want you to rewrite it. Okay. I used to wonder how people would get involved with these people with these lavender shoes and lavender suits, girl, with rings on every finger and bracelets hanging down, girl. They got 12 necklaces hanging around their neck, and they leaning to the side, girl, with a purple hat on, with leopard skin. In the 70s, they had leopard skin, purple skin, all that. I said, why would you give a motherfucker like that $1, girl? Right? Why would you do it? I mean, what is the need in people? You looking for a daddy, but your daddy gonna knock you upside your head and take money from you, girl, and put you out there on a street corner to sell your body. How's he catching these people, honey? Lost people. And then the thing is, you fuck up their lives and they're lost forever. There's a lot of old people out on the street, honey. We don't know how they got there. Eventually, nobody wants it, girl. Then you're just on the street. And that's your daddy. Mm-hmm. Well, I ain't saying about Larry Nelson. Oh, the suits. Larry Nelson, he did have quite a collection. I don't think he was pimping on the side though. I bet he got a chick on the side. Chick I know he got a chick. He got another lover. I don't think he had no pimping on his. You know, you can go to any Kojic church on a convention and find all kinds of outrageous attire. It also depends on where you live. You know, I'm sure that they're still in the South. People still got on these pimp suits. But then if you go to other towns, then their whole thing is some other style. Here in California, I mean, T-shirts are real big. Even though with these billionaires, T-shirts, tennis shoes are real big. We're very casual here. It is not unusual. Every time I go to church, I have tennis shoes on. I don't wear a T-shirt. I wear a button-down shirt just because I'm an usher there. But that's kind of the attire, honey. So it's totally different. And then when you go to if you go to New York City where it's cold at, then people wearing fur coats where it would look outrageous here. Those damn pastel suits. I know I would clean. He'd be so happy and proud of him too. Larry and I are cool right now, so I don't want to get into Larry Nelson and his suits. I don't just talk about everybody for a click in the view, like Jay Williamson. Let me go back a little bit. Let me go back just a little taste. Hi, Miss Sherry. TLC and 3. I'm just a woman. Okay, well, be a woman, baby. Be happy. Everybody don't got to be what you are. That's what that thing was talking about on DX's channel. I'm a woman. I'm a girl. Okay. That's a man. That's a man. Why are you worried about what that is, honey? That is just what it said it is. It is a transgender, girl. Accept it. It is reality, honey. God damn, how many of them are they? Do they even mount to 1%? They're not. They say the gays all together, the L, the G, the B, and the T is somewhere between 10 and 12% of the whole population of the United States. So what would a transgender, how many transgenders would there actually be, girl? They're the least, they're the lowest number in all of the letters. Would they even get up to like a 0.5%? So why are you so worried about them, girl? Who gives a goddamn what they do? They wear panties or pantyhose? Why is it your business? They not a real woman like me. Girl, Oh, what level of a woman are you, though, girl? Kwani's a woman, so she say. Huggy Bear pimping with goldfish in the heels of his shoes. That's right. That's what kind of pimp. That's what kind of cult leader ZX would be. All the donations would be to buying him the ridiculous ass suits and outfits he had. Girl, they say he volunteered for the Salvation Army and was down there stealing clothes. Boy, how many of these designer brands did you get from the Salvation Army? Right? Surely you got the best picks, right? We've heard about your types. Goodwill had major scandals here because the owners of the company or the executives, they would take all the big donations, like corporations, when they remodel their offices, no matter what the quality, the good stuff and the bad stuff, they just throw everything out. And they come in and they remodel it and whatever, right? So executives would actually take huge screen TVs and all the best shit. They would take it and they would find it in their houses, girl. So I suspect that he doesn't impress me as no civically minded man, right? He's probably in there stealing all that ridiculous shit and stacking it up in his closet. So now he can say he got 200 pair of shoes, right? But how many of those pairs of shoes did you actually purchase? A ZX. And what style, girl? That is certainly not the current. Maybe that's why the styles are so old, because somebody has given them away. Are you wearing other people's old clothes? A ZX? Stolen from the Salvation Army, the poorest people on the planet? Question: why does Jay Wilson continues to say how he has a job to do when it comes to his YouTube channel and he doesn't watch anyone because he's too busy? Why go live, Wilson? He's too busy. Wait a minute. To be the biggest gossip and sissy on here, girl. How you know everybody's business, Jay Wilson, if you don't watch nobody, girl? And exactly what are you getting out of saying that you don't watch people? Do you really believe that you have influence over people? That if you say you don't watch them, that the people who you're calling ride or dies or ride or lives or ride or kiss my ass, whatever they call, girl, you really think that you're going to influence them to not watch them because you say you don't watch them, girl? What are you getting out of it, bitch? Why are you speaking on something if you don't know nothing about it? You have to watch, punk. I watch all of you motherfuckers. That's why I always know what he does. I watch all of it, girl. Little bits and pieces of it. You can't watch them because they're on for 4 and 5 and 6 hours, girl. Who's going to sit there and watch that for 4 and 5 and 6 hours, child? You got actors on television. They're making 10, 15, $20 million a picture, and we ain't got to look at them for nothing but an hour. But somebody wants to sit there and look at your ass for 6 hours. And then you go take a short break and come back and do another one. Oh, I forgot. I just want to say, I got one more thing. And again. And again. And again. Child, I've caught myself so many times saying, I heard you the first time, punk. Hollering and screaming at my own television, girl. That's what you inspire, Jay Wilson. You make somebody want to punch out their own shit. Is reverse psychology? I don't think that fool has got enough sense to have no reverse psychology. I keep telling y'all, honey, Jay Wilson, he sought to have his validation from something outside. If I only had a brain. So he would get, as a matter of fact, in The Wizard of Oz, didn't they give one of them a degree? The Scarecrow, from what I remember now, was it in The Wiz or The Wizard of Oz? Where the Scarecrow was convinced that he didn't have a brain. He wasn't smart. And all he wanted to be was to be smart. He just wanted to be smart. So I believe in The Wizard of Oz or some version of that in The Wiz, they gave him a piece of paper and he was so happy. I got a piece of paper. Look, I'm smart. I'm smart. This is what Jay Wilson spent the first 40 years of his life pursuing, girl. Some piece of paper to tell him he was smart. But Jay Wilson is stupid as hell. You ain't got to keep saying that same old retarded shit, girl. If you're smart, Miss Dane, you ain't got to keep saying again and again and again, and then have the nerve to sit up and try to make a 4-hour video when it's only obvious, girl, that you're just repeating yourself and repeating yourself, repeating yourself and repeating yourself and repeating yourself and repeating yourself, child. God damn, you think we're all so stupid that we can't see this fool is just stretching out a damn video? So he likes when people come on there and fuss and holler and scream. That's why he get them. He told that boy yesterday, I got my new mic. I got my new mic. He turned around and cranked it up a little bit higher. He said, I got one. And then the idiot Z to X, oh, I got one too. I got one too. I got idiots. That's what they are, child. Mm-mm. Mm-hmm. If his job pays so well, why does he need YouTube? YouTube coins is primary in that boy's life. TLC and 3, I don't care what that fool says, child. Not only is he said he made $3,000 in December, right? So somewhere between $2,000 and $3,000. Y'all see how much he's on here. And he said that he lets YouTube put in his commercials. Okay, I did it again a couple days ago. I didn't go immediately and monetize my video, right? So YouTube monetized it, right? I went on there, and every 2 to 3 minutes there was a commercial break. It does it an automation. Every 2 to imagine trying to watch something for every 2 or 3 minutes. He says he lets it stay in, so he has never taken a commercial out of his. So all of his videos then have got all of these commercials. And last night he said that they do get what is that when you only saw seen on premium? It still pays. It still pays. I would think that if I make it $125,000 a year on this job, as he claims, girl, when I got off work, I would go and honey, have me some maybe a little brandy, cigar, watch 2 or 3 television shows, but that's all you really got when you get off work, girl. You go and watch your television show, maybe the evening news. You have a wine, your dinner, and then you go to bed. Why? Because you got to get up to go to work the next day. Where does he get all these extra hours, girl? When I was in the working world, I don't ever remember having all this extra time to be spending on the stupid ass YouTube, girl. Right? It is not only an income, it is his primary income, girl. It's the one thing he can maintain some control over, because his jobs, he's never successful on any job. He knows he's going to be fired. He just uses those pieces of paper just to get in the door. And he sits there and collects money until they catch on to him that he's useless and worthless. And girl, and you are wasting resources on you. And then they just fire him. And he goes on to the next one. This is what kind of personality this fool is. He don't realize the more he's on here running his mouth, even though he said, "Oh, I ain't gonna tell my business. I ain't gonna." We could your behavior, girl. We're looking at your business. We're looking at you. Mm-hmm. He part-time. Girl, that shit changes constantly, child. He get a part-time job, any kind of job. That's how y'all got to know him. Oh, I lost a job. I lost a job. You see me? I'm driving my Uber. I'm renting out my room. When he does it, it's something wonderful, girl. Then he tell me I ain't got no house, so I guess I'm a lesser person because I don't have a house. But Sean Bradley at the same time has a house with 6 bedrooms, and he's still now that's the 1862 house, girl. So when you can't win? Tomorrow's gonna be the same. You can't win, child. Not with Wilson. You can't get out of the game. You can't get out of the game. You can't out of the game. No. All the ones who have a house, she bitches about that, girl. The ones who don't have a house, she bitches about that, girl. The ones who are homeless, she bitching about that, Miss Day. She's just a bitch. You're a bitch, girl, and you're gone too far because you know it don't matter anyway. You can rely on your old man money. You can rely on your old man money. You's a bitch, girl. Jay Wilson think he's better than anyone in the sector. Jay Wilson, if you're better than everyone in the sector, we expect something better than again. You have to get one subject and then it's again for the next 3 hours. Again, again. Oh, yeah, I'm repetitive. I'm repetitive. I want you to know. I want you to know. You're a goddamn lie, nigga. You say those words over and over and over again, bitch, because you ain't got no other words, girl. Your mind is not working that quickly, Miss Thing. It's not that fast. You're not a quick person, Miss Thing. That's why you need to talk over people, girl, and not allow them to say anything, because you don't have any answers, Miss Thing. Even though you want to come over here and pretend like you got all the answers, you really don't know anything about anything, girl. You're a square. You never live. You don't know nothing about no street life for sure. But you even talk about that, girl. She want to tell you all about prison life, although she don't know a goddamn thing about it. She want to tell you all about health issues, although she ain't got no health issues, girl. Everything she says she's so expert in, she don't know what the fuck she talking about, girl. Let me see. Wasn't the cutoff line was 8,000? Where y'all at? Y'all talking about something else. Let me see. I want to be a part of it. New York. Yeah. There's no way he makes 3 figures. Well, he might make 3 figures. That's $100 because he didn't brag about his stimulus hitting. 3 figures. He said he makes 6 figures. That would be $100,000, job. He said he made they started him 85,000, then they raised him to 225,000 in 4 months. He does such a bang up job that they doubled his salary in 4 months. People been at their job, girl, for 30 years and they ain't had their salary doubled, but not him. He's the one. So what do you do for a living? I mean, don't you have some pride in that? Oh no. They're gonna dox. They're gonna dox Jay Wilson and find out that you're not even on the job that you started 3 months ago, girl. And the job before that, how long were you on that, Miss Thing? And the one before that, and the one before that. The one you claimed that when Tracy called them people, she didn't even know. I went on to something else. Well, why'd you ever tell us what that was? Was that a secret as well? How many jobs have you had in this 3 years that you've been on YouTube, Jay Wilson? You always hollering about, I got a job. I got working. I'll work. Just barely, girl. Just barely. We're all familiar with types like you, girl. People show up on the job. They're there for a couple of weeks and then they're gone. Where are they? What happened? We called them online for 6 hours, girl. That's what happened. That's what the prep people, they discovered that he was double charging, honey, double dipping. Bed, breakfast, and bed bugs. That's it, Rose. Trying to have an Airbnb, and his big fat motherfucker downstairs snoring all the goddamn night, walking back and forth to the kitchen, dropping chicken bones and shit all over the goddamn ground, girl. We the whole point behind renting an Airbnb, girl, was to have a house. We're going some out of town, and we want the comforts of being in a whole house. Where do you fit in? You couldn't even do that right, retarded bitch. What did Brittany say? I was crying listening to you drag the camp. Oh, you were crying? I'm sorry, girl. That thing, that quantity monster, I don't even want to get going on her, girl. That's a creature there. She back in her lair now, drunk as a skunk, girl. She probably crying herself to sleep. I keep trying to tell you, Miss Kwani, if you don't want to cry yourself to sleep at night, just take black fabric, girl, and just put it over all your mirrors. And then you ain't got to face it. Job. It's just jobs. He ain't got no damn career. If he had any kind of career, he should be preparing for retirement at this point, girl. Everybody putting any kind of real time on the job and thing. They're all in their 50s. That's early retirement, girl. That's like a luxury. Oh, I'm retiring in my 50s. I'm retiring. Some of these rich ones, they can retire in their 40s, girl. The people who make it in tech, they retire in 35, 40 years old. They done made their money already, girl. This nigga about to go to sleep and she still ain't made nothing. She ain't did nothing for nobody. She ain't made no name in no company. She ain't brought no value to no company. She certainly has never owned no goddamn company. She says she got one of these degrees in business administration, but she won't show the degree. Why should I show them? Why should I show them? No, we don't want to see the paper. We want to see the action. Right? If you have a master's degree in business administration, shouldn't you be administering in a business? Damn, a laundromat? A fucking ATM machine? Something? Rental properties, girl? Still scratching and surviving. Hanging in the driving. Ain't we lucky we got them? Good time. Ooh, who look like a malnourished pit bull? Lord have mercy. That must be that girl. Kwani was a beautiful girl. Yeah, simply. Listen here. If I gave you my love, Kwani, I tell you what I do. I'd expect a whole lot of love out of you. You got to be good to me. Boo-doo, boom, boom. I'm gonna be good to you. There's a whole lot of things you and I can do. Whoa, simply beautiful. Girl, when they called, that woman said somebody called her beautiful, girl. I could have fell through my mattress. I said, what? Girl, I sat bolt upright. What? You think Kwani is beautiful? What is this? That girl must live in the institution for the blind, honey. The institution for the blind, girl. Mm-mm. Yes. Oh, you were screaming over Rose, man. You like that? You like that video? Well, it's always nice to please. Mm-hmm. You know, Rosemary gave birth to the devil. She looked at that horrible monster in that cradle, girl, and she screamed. Brittany, you really got into that one. It was nice to please. Mm-hmm. Husband must be gay. We covered quite a few issues in that one, child. Lord have mercy. When I think about it, what he's done for me. People, thank y'all for coming in on y'all Saturday. Y'all could have been anywhere else, but you chose to be here with old Uncle Tim. Y'all have a good Saturday. If anything else pops up, we will certainly return. Tim, take a look at his latest video. Wilson looked so dingy. Maybe the lighting. He's too cheap to buy a ring light. Girl, they had to give him a microphone. He'd been on here 3 years, girl. They had to buy him a microphone, girl. He couldn't figure that out. The college graduate with 5 goddamn degrees, nigga, you can't figure out the basic equipment you need to be on, particularly if you're going to be on for 6, 7, 8 hours a day, girl. You would think you would know what a ring light was, girl. But no. He didn't even know what a microphone was until Kwani cussed him out so goddamn bad. He said, oh, I'm going to give me one microphone. Oh, thank you for the donations. Thank you for the donation. You're making $125,000 a year. You're making $3,000 a month on YouTube, girl. What that give you another 40,000? So you're making basically $160,000 a year. Oh, plus that was a part-time driving Uber. So you're making $200,000 a year, and you need somebody to buy you $100 microphone. You got to have a collection for that. Pitiful. Y'all have a good Saturday. Later.